For this twisted boutique bow, I'm going to show you all the supplies that you need. Now, first of all, I'm using a 5/8 inch ribbon. You can go ahead and use something larger too as well if you'd like a 7/8 inch ribbon. And also, I have some 1/4 inch ribbon, and we're going to use that as well. This is very helpful to have. It is a hairdresser's clip. You can go ahead and use that. If not, that's just fine. This makes it a little bit easier. A lighter, of course, to heat seal our ends. You need a straight pin, and also a needle and thread, and then a button or some kind of embellishment for the center of your bow, of course scissors and a hot glue gun, and then a piece of cardboard. I'm using this, I already had it, and it's just about 4 inches across, so we're going to make a 3-inch bow, so we need some kind of cardboard template just like this. If you don't have one already made, just cut out a piece of cardboard about 4 inches. Now let me just clear this away. We're going to take our ribbon, and we're going to start on the right side, just about 1 inch over. Going to make this cut really nice before we get started, and then go ahead and heat seal our ends if you haven't done that yet, okay? Just about 1 inch over, and then wrap it around 2 times. Not very tightly because we're going to have to pull this off, so you don't want it to be too tight. Okay, so I wrapped it around 2 times. Now I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the excess right about 1 inch in, just like we did with the first one, cutting it exactly the same way. Okay, now we're going to just grab this and slide it off. Just be careful so you don't pull your ribbon. There you go. Okay, and now we want to make sure those are all lined up, so I'm just pushing it down. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see this. Okay, now we're going to fold our ribbon exactly in half so that we can find the center, and then we're going to put a straight pin right in the center. Okay, just make sure that it's the exact center. Now what we want to do is just go ahead and pull our layers apart. So I'm going to go the top layer up here, and you want to pull apart as close to the center as possible. So I'm just pulling my center apart. Okay, so you just want to keep pulling these layers apart just at the center, just like that, until you have a nice X forming on our front side here. So you have a nice X forming. Now in the back, you want those to be as straight as possible. Those are not going to form an X. What you can do is just push your fingers right back there and hold it in place. Okay, and then just keep pulling until you have a really nice X forming. Play around with this a little bit. It's going to take you a little bit of time just to get this down, but this is really what is going to make our bow nice and twisted. Okay, so we're pinching that really closely, and as soon as we get our nice X formed, we can then, if you would like, use the clip to hold in place while we sew. Okay, put that clip right through the center, grab our needle and thread, and now we want 3 stitches across here. The middle stitch should be right in the center of the bow. 3 stitches is important because that's going to make the peaks in the center of our bow, if you will. Okay, so I'm just going to keep stitching. There's 1 more right down the center. It's really important that this be nice and straight. Okay, once you do that, you can go ahead and remove the pin from the center, and you could carefully remove your clip as well if you use that. It's just really handy. Now what we're going to do is just grab this and pull so our bow makes those nice peaks. See how I pulled that, and they're peaking very nicely. Pull it tightly, and then wrap your center. Now when you wrap the center, make sure that you don't destroy the look of the bow. So just do it carefully. What I mean by that is sometimes your thread will get caught up on the ribbon and will pull it the wrong way. So just do it very carefully. Once you've gone around a couple times, just go ahead and stick your needle through the back of the ribbon and pull. That just makes a nice knot back there. Okay, and there is our twisted bow. Okay, so I have my line clip here. what we are going to do is just put a dab of glue down just a little bit and put our bow right on there. Okay, now to wrap the center, just need a few inches of our ribbon. Don't want to ruin this bow. There we go. Just put a dab of glue right down in the center. You don't have to do this, but I like to do this because it helps to hold your bow on to the clip much better. Okay, so we have it on the front, then you just flip it over, open up the back clip and put a little piece of, little dab of glue down there, and then the little piece of ribbon right over it. This is a really good idea if you're selling bows too, because you don't want them to fall off. You want them to stay nicely attached to the clip. Okay. And obviously just make sure that you open up the clip when you are wrapping that so that the clip will then open. Oops. There we go. Look at how cute that twisted boutique bow is. Now what I want to do is, I have this little button that I got at Michael's. They are great for all the holidays. They always have these little buttons. I just cut off the back, put a dab of glue right over that, and then put it down in my center. There's an adorable pumpkin bow for fall or even Halloween.